Here we go, guys. The pinnacle of modern collecting. Let's go. Hey, guys, welcome to a special show. Panini Treble, the complete set 2018-2019. Here's the backstory. I said I wasn't even going to do a video again this year, but I've always said if I do complete the Panini Treble set, I will do a video. This is not a recommendation video. It's not financial advice. I'm just going to share with you the story collecting this famous set, because I just saw recently on Instagram, there's a guy I follow who posted that he had the complete set, and I thought I was the only one in the world to have the complete treble set. He's over in the UK. I was able to pull some of mine out. I don't keep them all here, obviously, but I have, for the most part, here it is, right here, and some of the stars, the full Panini treble set. I'm now an owner of. So the only one that I know of here in America, and there could be some in Asia, but it is the ultimate modern set to collect, at least the most fun, in my opinion. Here's why. I'm going to share with you the backstory. This is kind of a chronicle video of collecting this set. I mean, some of you, if you obviously follow this channel, you know I really like this set. It's been my favorite set. I love it because it's Ronaldo in a Juventus jersey. I mean, you know, like I'm like the guy who likes Ronaldo in a Juventus jersey, where he did phenomenal. This is actually his first match. So first off, I'll tell you something about Panini Treble. This came out early in the 2018-2019 year, and most of the pictures here are pictures from the preseason. This one is actually Ronaldo, the first match they played at the Juventus owners' private field in the mountains that they go to, Villa Pilar or something it's called. That they do this occasionally. They have a match there, and that is where this picture is actually taken from. You'll see a lot of the photos in here are in American stadiums. They're on American tours. I think this might even be an American tour that Pulisic is on. Same with Mbappe. You'll see a lot of photos from the preseason, because this set came out very, very early. There's nothing really like this set. For those of you who don't know the details about the set, it's a 200 card set. It came out in 2018, 2019. Came out very early in 2018. One of the first sets ever to use the rookie card logo. We'll get into that here in a bit. But it has very, very simple photography. It reminds me of my other favorite set to collect, 99 Merlin Serie A. But the photography is very simple, right? It's action shots, and then it's kind of like a portrait mode where the back is always kind of blurred out. So it always gets kind of nice essence of the game. I really love the Mbappe, the first card in the set. Very, very beautiful card. In my opinion, that is the best of the modern cards. Now, in a world now where modern has so many inserts and so many variations, of course, there are variations of the treble set. They're platinum, they're green out of 10, they're gold, they're purple out of 49, and blue out of 75. We can talk about that in a little bit. But the cards themselves are very, very simple. The interesting thing about this set was because the set was distributed. So, you know, I don't think people realize this. I was distributed essentially all over the world, and most of the set ended up in Asia. You can see they're very, very thick cards. I think they're 20, 22 points, maybe a little bit bigger than that. But and they have a lot of, you know, guys you've never heard of on them, right? Benfica, and then you have guys that you have heard of. You know, you have Napoli, and then you'll have, you know, Schenkel, right? And then you'll have Borussia Dortmund, or, you know, and it's just a Cardi, right? Remember when he was like awesome for a while? But, you know, there's Luis Suarez at Barcelona, and the pictures I think are just really stunning, and they have a nice sheen to them, nice gloss to them, but they're very, very hard. So there's only been 1,900 of these graded, and that includes most of the big majority of that is actually the variations. Only 1,900 of these cards have been graded, and they grade the set in general grades at a gem rate of like 6.2%, and it's pretty much stayed in that range. And there's about 20 or so, 25 or so a month that get graded. So it's a very, very hard set to grade. It's also a very, very hard set to find, and that's why I think it's like the pinnacle of modern collecting. You know, it's not like we're not chasing kabooms where someone gets a kaboom, they put it aside, right? It's going to be a PSA 10 or PSA 9, right? These cards are very, very tough to find in great condition. They're very, very tough to find in America. They're tough to find in Europe. They're tough to find in Asia because they're spread out all over the world, because the set was really a cool set, but nobody thought too much of it. I guess it kind of caught on when some Asian collectors started buying some of these cards back in the early 2020s. And then Vinicius Jr. was in the set, so that kind of helped it while his best rookie card, one of two. And then it started to catch on, and now people have been pretty interested in the set. And it is very unique. It is kind of like the anti-modern set because it's very simple. It's only ever existed one time. A player doesn't have 3 Panini Trebles. They have one. And the cards are really tough to find. And like I said, this is the only, if someone else has a set, please let me know. I'd love to see it, right? I think we all would love to see it. It's all over the globe. So tracking these cards down were very difficult. Like you could spend $20 or $30. And that's the funny thing about me. I would think that more of these cards would come out. Like Pulisic, right? Like if you need this card, like you could spend $20 or $30 to find this card. Someone would spend $30 for this card if they needed it easily. But these cards still just don't come out. The toughest card for me to find was Hazard, right? And in the last 3 years, I think it's been almost 3 years, I've only ever seen the Hazard base card come out on eBay one time. So how rare is the set is the question. I don't know. I am into statistics and math, and I've tried to figure this out. There's some variations, issues with kind of the variations and how many inserts there were to actually truly figure out how many numbered cards there are. I can tell you the last 20 or so cards, 25 cards have the rookie card logo on them. I'll get to those in a second. But they have a slightly, this is my opinion, they have a slightly higher print run. Vinicius Jr., his rookie card, which I just don't have on me here to show, is the highest graded card in the set. And it has, I think, 96 graded at last count. Messi and Mbappe are among the most graded cards, base cards. And they have 40, 45 cards. I think Mbappe might have 51 base cards graded, and that's it. I tried to estimate this, and I think the actual number is around 300 to 330. And maybe 300 to 350 for the rookies. I think the rookies have slightly more. That could be completely wrong, and I could be way high or way low. I can't imagine me being way low. I think I could be way high because this set continues to be so difficult to find. I don't even know if other people collecting it, so it was really awesome that somebody else actually collected the set and posted it on Instagram. But this set kind of is what's fun about soccer cards. I think whenever we think about making money or investing or buying these autographs or gambling for the most part, I mean, that's what sports cards have become today. It's been gambling. But what's fun about these cards is tracking them down. And then you get one, you're like, is this going to be in good condition, right? Like a lot of these cards, the stars I had to buy like separate. There's Mueller and Dybala and Chiellini, one of my favorites. Kimmich. Are they going to be in good condition? Neuer, Cruz, Benzema. Bale was a tough one to find, one of the toughest to find. You could find his variations, but you can't find the base cards. So the base cards are, in my opinion, Ramos was one of the toughest ones to find. Like, again, you could find a few variations of this, but finding the base card was, like, ridiculous. Modric, Buffon, right? Very, very tough cards to find. And as you can see, like, again, the portrait, it's always an in-action photo of the guys. Here's Ronaldo, Messi. Okay, I've owned many, many Messi base trebles, like 6, right? And I have 2. One of them I sent to PSA, and PSA totally damaged the card on the back. But there it is. It's a 4. It's the lowest grade. I actually have an 8 Messi, so these are my 2 Messis, the 4 and the 8. So maybe I'll eventually sell the 4. But the front of it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. He's running in Barcelona. When he's actually at Barcelona, nothing I despise more than especially like Ronaldo, they're putting him in the Manchester United jersey. At least wait till he's retired, right? Just like make it current. So ridiculous. But anyway, the set, as you can see, super hard to grade well. Very thick cards. The cards are just, they're just such, action shots. A lot of the times you'll see just the player. And again, a lot of this was in the preseason. Some of the people notice some of these bigger games or bigger teams being in the United States. This was in Barcelona, I can tell by the stadium. But it's really cool. Really cool pictures, in my opinion. So, again, some of the details about the set, what kind of has been so fun. And I encourage anyone to set collect because the hobby is nothing without set collectors. and I really enjoyed collecting the Merlin 99 set. That set was released in Japan, but this, in my opinion, is the toughest modern base set of, like, maybe the Immaculate, but they're all numbered, you know. And this set, of like a modern base set that's not numbered, because it got spread all over the globe, because the cards have both rarity and condition rarity. It's been really fun to track down these cards. Now, I think if you want to do it, you know, like a Ronaldo would probably sell for like $100. A Messi, a couple $100, depending on what grade it would be. So it would cost you probably over $1,000 to do this. And, you know, Vinicius, depending on how he does this year, that card could get real hot because, again, there's only 99 of those graded. The Mbappe card is another tough card. It's a really beautiful card, beautiful early card. So yeah, it could cost you probably north of $1,000 if you wanted to do it, and if you could find it. The challenge is actually finding these. Some of these I had to go on Instagram and find people and say, DM them and say, hey, are you interested in moving this card or selling this card? And then some people, they would pop up on eBay, and I'd just keep picking cards, and I finally came up with the whole set. 200 cards, a lot of no-name players that even me, as a big soccer fan, did not know over the years. So anyway, I just wanted to share this set with you. I don't know if you have a favorite treble. I think mine is the Mbappe, even though I love the Ronaldo and the Juve kit, this first Juventus card. You know, I didn't know this. What actually caught my attention, the only reason I was collecting trebles because I had a Ronaldo I bought a long time ago, and then I was buying the Vinicius rookie cards. I was never into collecting sets. And then I decided to put the Ronaldo card on eBay or something. And like in like a week, I had like 10 offers on the card, and because I never saw it, and like no one even looked at it. And then like 1 week, like a ton of people looked at it, and I got all these offers, like $70, $80 for the base card. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I never even thought about it. And like that, I think, is when there was a few people in Asia trying to find some of these cards. Now, whether they have the sets, I don't know. But, you know, that kind of is when, in my opinion, it kind of kicked off. And then a couple months later, they were much more difficult to find. And then I'm like, well, I have some of them. Maybe I should try to collect all of them. And it's taken like 2.5 years to get them all. Because, again, they're so rare. They could be up to $350. They could be significantly less than that. And I think a lot of these cards have either been misplaced or lost, or, you know, in some basement somewhere in Singapore or China or Japan, and they're not coming out because you just don't see them come out. Oh, here's what the rookies look like. That's Timothy Weah when he played for PSG. Do you remember that? They say Panini Premier on them, and they were really the first mainstream set. There was a set in England that did have the rookie card logo, but this was the first mainstream set. They did miss on a lot of these rookies. They got Vinicius, they got Sancho, but they missed Arthur. Right, what a flop he's been. Weston McKennie is in here as a Schenkel player, as a rookie card, by the way. Another underrated rookie who's phenomenal, PSG, is Fabian Ruiz, who has a rookie card here in this set. But they did miss, like they put Latoro in the insert set. That would have been huge. This set came out so early. People think 2018 Holland, but he was playing for Salzburg. That was, you know, the set was released months before he even transferred to Dortmund. So it's very interesting, but again, one of the first sets to use the rookie card logo in mainstream. I don't know if that means anything. It certainly doesn't to me. It's just an interesting, fun set. If anything, right, I did this video to say, hey, it's really fun, especially if you have young kids, to collect cards. I think we get caught up in the numbers, and right now the numbers are out of control. Honestly, if you have some soccer cards, autographs, 101s, some inserts, hot inserts, you might want to consider selling. But if you just want to have some fun and try to collect as a hobby, like try to find something like this set, because it's so rare. You got to look all over the globe. You got to look on Instagram. You got to look on eBay. I can't think of another set in another sport that is diverse, as spread out geographically as this set. Nor can I think of a modern set other than like the 90s PMG cards that are as difficult to grade. Maybe some of the Immaculate stuff difficult to grade. But, you know, it's a really, really cool set, and it's been a lot of fun. But I did this video to share with you guys the beauty of collecting and the enjoyment of just tracking stuff down and being diligent and being focused on something. So here it is. This is my Panini Treble set. Here's the big two, obviously, the two goats. And there it is, a complete set. As we air this video, I know one for sure, I guarantee other one exists across the pond in, I think, England. So maybe there's more out there, but it's been a lot of fun. And if you have the opportunity, maybe try collecting a set or something like this. I think that it might bring you a lot more enjoyment than the volatility of some of the modern gambling that we see. So anyway, guys, this is probably the last video of the year. I always said when I collect the set, I was going to do a video and let everyone know I finally got it and what I liked about the set. And there's just so much to like about it, for my opinion. But to me, what I liked the most was obviously just taking time and just staying focused in the hunt, right? The thrill of the chase. So anyway, guys, enjoy wherever you are. Have a good one. And if you have any Panini Treble cards or have completed the set, make sure you put your thoughts, put your comments in the comments so we know. All right, guys. Again, we'll talk to you soon.